I get you're trying to push intensity, but dude, stop spitting on my lip, bro. Like, please, there has to be another way we can do this. What's going on, y'all? Back again with another review. Monday Night Raw in the books, so you know we had another review, and we got another one, and another one, and another one. So get used to this. Monday Night Raw kicks off with Jey Uso heading to the ring, and he seems to be all business, although he enters through the crowd. And let me tell you, when Jey Uso got to the ring, this brother looked tired as hell. All that yeeting and all that. He damn near is putting on a performance before he gets to do what he has to do. He gets into the ring, he puts the mic down, fans chant one more time. So he does it one more time. His music hits, he jumps to the top rope, he does his thing. Fans are loving it. He calls out Logan Paul, but it's not Logan Paul that comes down to the ring, it's Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman walks into the ring and Jey Uso pretty much says, bro, I don't want to hear from you after what you did to Roman Reigns. And Paul Heyman immediately flips the script and he says how CM Punk was a bad guy, how Roman Reigns was a bad guy, how when Roman Reigns lost to Cody Rhodes, and how when Roman Reigns basically threw the legacy that Paul Heyman has built up for the last 5 years, Paul Heyman is essentially taking credit for the bloodline. He says it was Roman Reigns who lost to Cody Rhodes, and he disappeared and left him to Solo Sikoa and left him to get put through a table. Paul Heyman was spitting facts. And so what did the fans do? They called him an asshole. I was like, oh my God. Paul Heyman starts losing his mind. He's like, this guy wasn't good to me. Nobody was ever good to me. And anytime I say anything, I'm the bad guy. I'm never the bad guy. I'm always a scapegoat. Paul Heyman was cooking. Jey just looks at him and says, bro, are you okay? Furthermore, what does this have to do with me? So Paul Heyman says, you know what? Sorry to disrespect you. I'm going to get to that right now. You have something that we want. And so essentially, we find out that Paul Heyman is going to get Seth Rollins to challenge for the United States Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso says, you know what? Anytime, any place. We actually get that match happening for later on tonight. So we get a promo after this. It's Braun Breaker in the back. It's Seth Rollins. It's Paul Heyman. And they're essentially laughing and high-fiving and doing what they do. They were like, yo, I knew he was going to fall for the bait. I knew all we had to do was challenge him. And so here we go. We get an unprepared Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. And Paul Heyman made a very good point, as he often does. He says Roman Reigns prepared for Jey Uso, and he got pinned at WrestleMania. He says CM Punk prepared for Jey Uso, and he also lost that triple threat match. So, as always, Paul Heyman cooking. Good stuff. We got Penta versus JD McDonough, and JD McDonough gets caught in this beautiful Spanish fly, a standing Spanish fly. It wasn't even off the top rope. It's almost like Penta just caught him off of adrenaline alone. This looked phenomenal. We got Carlito running distraction to help his boy JD. Carlito gets dealt with. Then we get Finn Balor gets dealt with. We see not Americano, Chad Gable. Chad Gable runs interference. He gets dealt with. And so at one point, it was like essentially 4-on-1 and JD McDonough still lost the match. That is nasty work, man. nasty work to essentially lose what is a 4-on-1. I get we were going to have Penta win, but goddamn. Next, we see Jason Waller and Theory backstage. Theory was supposed to have a one-on-one match. I guess when he found out who he was facing, he gives his match to Theory. And then we find out that it's going to be Theory versus Sheamus. Theory isn't too pleased. Theory gets his ass beat. Sheamus kicks his head off with a broad kick after about a 5-6 minute match. Don't quote me on that, but it didn't feel like a long match at all. Sheamus won. I believe they said this was his first time back since the Royal Rumble, so you know there was no way in hell Sheamus was going to lose this. Good to see the fella back. Next, we got Becky Lynch to the ring. She walks through the New Day. Becky Lynch walks through the New Day as the New Day is speaking to Chad Gable. He's like, bro, New Day was essentially saying, bro, we're done with the Viking Raiders. We believe that the tag team championship should go to the American Academy or the Alpha Academy. What the hell's their name? Some type of academy. American made? I think it's American made. So Becky Lynch walks through that. She walks to the ring. Here's her beef. Becky Lynch says that she's the victim. She calls Bayley garbage. She calls Lyra Valkyria recycling. And so Lyra Valkyria walks to the ring. She essentially says, you know what, Becky? Did you just call me recycling when you're the one who's been recycling the same moves for years? You're the one who's been cycling the same man character for years, which was bars. I actually like Lyra Valkyria. Easy for me to say. Lyra says, when you were gone, everybody got better. And yeah, you shattered the glass ceiling, but everybody was left to pick up the pieces. Becky Lynch essentially claps back and says, you know why everybody got better? Because I wasn't here to be the measuring stick. I wasn't here to be compared to everybody else. And that's why everybody seemed to get better by comparison. Becky says it's not her job to uphold everybody else. It's not her job to be friends with everybody. It's her job to beat people up, and she's damn good at her job. They brawl. Lyra gets the upper hand after hitting her finish on Becky. She's left standing with the Intercontinental Championship. I want Lyra to win. When I saw this match was booked, I thought Lyra was cooked, because you know Becky has a tendency of now what I like to call Charlotte syndrome. She comes back, she's right in the main event picture, she immediately gets the title match or just straight up wins the championship. We've seen it with her returning, I don't remember the pay-per-view, but against Bianca Belair when she beat her for the championship, and then not too long ago when she returned, she won tag goal. So I kind of thought she was cooked, but I'm gonna save that for the predictions video. Next we get Rox versus Io. Roxanne Perez versus Io Sky, and Roxanne just kind of works her leg. Pat McAfee made a very good point. If you can't stand, you can't fly. Awesome. Io is selling her leg during the match, of course, because it's being worked on, and she's a phenomenal professional wrestler. Shout out to Io Sky. But she hits her little emote thing, and everybody does it. Everybody loves Io. This match had one of the coolest finishes I've seen. It was almost like WWE 2K, where you hit a small package and then they get reversed and it gets reversed and it gets reversed, and the ref is just going 1, 2, it's reversed, 1, 2, it's reversed. So essentially, Io Sky wins off of that, which keeps Roxanne Perez protected, and Io looks like she outsmarted her, and I feel like she's due a rematch. Which is never a bad thing against a world champion. So cool. End of the match here, we have Roxanne Perez looking like she's about to show some respect. She sticks her hand out, she shakes her hand, she bows. The whole time I'm like, okay, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? And then she leaves the ring, and I was like, is this a Roxanne Perez face turn? Nah. Julia attacks Io from behind, and they were playing it up like it was some kind of big ruse. So they're now beating up Io. Reason Rhea Ripley didn't run out and help is because she's in her hometown of Australia doing media, so they wanted to take advantage of the 2-on-1. I kind of was feeling like a Roxanne Perez turn, especially because I was prepping myself for the whole heel, let me shake your hand and kind of psych you out thing. I feel like something different would have been nice here, but that's not the way they're going. Maybe they still have a lot of juice in this beef. After this, after this, we get... Sorry, give me a second there. After this, we get Otis and Rusev. Now, I didn't see Rusev losing this at all, especially because this is his first match back on Monday Night Raw in 5 years. They did go back and forth, two meaty men slapping beef, or whatever the hell Big E said. So they were doing their thing for a little bit. Essentially, you have Otis getting put in the accolade. He taps out. Then you have Tozawa running into the ring like he's Hercules. He rips his shirt off like he's 80s Hulk Hogan. And Rusev is like, you know what? I don't want no part of you. Rusev leaves the ring. Tozawa turns his back like an idiot. Rusev re-enters the ring, beats the hell out of both of them, and he puts the accolade back on Otis. Now, one thing that's really cool about Rusev's entrance, he starts at the ramp, obviously, and then, but the cool thing is, it's almost pitch black, and then it kind of lights him up almost like into a silhouette. I can't really explain it. It does look pretty cool though, but what I'm waiting for is when he gets lit up and it's just a silhouette of him and Lana standing next to him, that pop is gonna be phenomenal. And trust me, you heard it here first. That's how they're gonna bring her back. It's gonna be dope. Pat McAfee and Gunther in the ring. Their interview before their match at Saturday. Pat McAfee's essentially hyping up the crowd, you know, getting the fans on his side. I believe he mentioned the baseball team. There are a couple celebrities that he shouted out. Gunther just looks at him and says, bro, you have my full attention on Saturday, and essentially I'm gonna kill you. Now, one thing that stood out to me in this match, sorry, not this match, this segment here, Gunther was so close to Pat McAfee. And not like, I get you're trying to push intimidation, but he was spraying it. You could see this dude just spitting. And I know Pat McAfee's face was glistening by the end of this promo. I'm surprised he didn't mention this on commentary after. That was crazy. I get you're trying to push intensity, but dude, stop spitting on my lip, bro. Like please, there has to be another way we can do this. We get Seth with Breakker and Paul Heyman. Seth, and you know what's crazy? Seth Rollins came out with a black leather jacket with the black fur, and it kind of reminded me of his Messiah days. Like, all he was missing was the glove. This reminded me of Messiah Seth Rollins. Jey Uso makes his entrance. So these guys go back and forth. You get the yeet chants, and I don't know where all of this Jey Uso hate is coming from. And this kind of just reinforces my idea that you will never be able to please everybody, because you look at the audience chanting for one more entrance, you look at the audience chanting yeet, you look at how excited they are, and then it's like you'll go on the internet and then you'll hear, oh, well, Jey Uso was the worst, Jey Uso was the worst Royal Rumble winner ever. Jey Uso was, I hate this. Like, come on, man. Like, what are you guys talking about? I feel like the only people who truly hate on Jey Uso don't even watch the product. There's no way. Right? There's no way at all that you can honestly know where Jey Uso is coming from, see everything he's done for the company, know how long he's been there, know how long he's busted his ass, and hate on his little, let me not say little because that sounds condescending, and hate on his crowning moment. That is insane to me. Anyway, we get Seth Rollins hitting a superplex into a Falcon Arrow on Jey Uso due to a Braun Breaker distraction. We get Sami Zayn running down to the ring to kind of even out the odds. Braun Breaker ends up sparing Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Ref doesn't see this, by the way. So he throws Jey Uso back into the ring. Jey Uso gets stomped by Seth Rollins. And I was thinking, is this it already? Ain't no way that this is it already. He goes for the pin, and before the ref could even count, out comes CM Punk, steel chair in hand. He basically neutralizes the whole situation. He's hitting Seth with the chair. He's hitting Braun with the chair. He heads into the ring, and it's CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn left standing tall. I definitely see a tag match with these gentlemen in the future. But yeah, that's it. I don't think Jey Uso has a match coming up on Saturday. I'll double check. Future me will probably put something like a text somewhere, but that's it. That's it for Raw. It was about an hour and 50 minutes, I want to say. It didn't feel that long at all. I actually went back through my notes to see if I missed anything. Didn't miss a thing. I guess that's just everything that stuck out to me. Before I leave, happy birthday to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens celebrates a birthday today. Happy birthday to Lash Legend, who celebrated a birthday yesterday, as well as Dakota Kai, who celebrated a birthday yesterday as well. That's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for Thursday Night Throwdown, and again for the SmackDown review. Okay? I'm also going to do a pay-per-view, a Backlash predictions video, and then you get the Backlash review. So we got a lot for the channel. Please, everybody, stay tuned. I appreciate you guys, man. Like I so often say, I'm just a dude speaking to my phone. If I don't get the likes, if I don't get the subs, then this is all for naught. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I see the likes slowly coming in. I see the comments slowly coming in. Again, just wanted to say thank you. We're over 20 videos now. I know it may not seem like a lot compared to other content creators, and I'm totally rambling, so I'm going to stop this. Peace.